hello, and welcome to the Southern Belle and Nut channel. I'm your hostess, Southern Belle, and this is the Bargains by Belle auction. I hope you are so ready to start some new week of auctions. I have to tell y'all, I just miss you during the days when those 3 days that I auction and the 4 days in between where I am drafting the invoices, where I am packing and repacking and weighing and calculating the shipping and then waiting for y'all to pay so I can mail it all out. I just miss y'all. I do. So I am so glad that we can be back together and we'll start a new week of auctions. So for anybody watching tonight is the first of the 3 auctions that I combined. So anything and everything you buy tonight, you can combine with Sunday afternoon snack sale that starts at 2 p.m. and is co-hosted by Melissa McIntosh, and with the Monday night auction at 7 p.m. that's run by Holy Spirit Firefall Jane. So this will be the first of 3 great auctions that we will combine into one invoice that you will get Wednesday, Thursday. So for anybody new, let me tell you how this works. If you have never bid on anything before and you think you might possibly want to bid on something, my registration email at the corner. And we'll also put it in the chat. Just let me know just send me an email and let me know your YouTube name, your real name, your preference of PayPal or Zelle, any specifics in shipping that I need to know, and of course your shipping address. That way I know where to send your bill and where to send the items you win. Once you've done that, then you are cleared for bidding. The way you bid on my channel is in numbers. That way I can always have legal that you knew how much was going to be charged to you on your invoice, because you are obligated to pay for absolutely everything you bid on. I do not cancel any invoices. All items are as is, and where sales are final. The only time you can retract is during an auction. The methods of payment that I accept are a choice of Zelle or PayPal. Zelle is my preferred method of payment because there is no fees with it, and it's guaranteed by the banking system. But I also take PayPal. PayPal is the software by which I make your invoices. PayPal is also, you can pay me with your bank card, your debit card, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, Venmo, Apple Pay, and lots more. The method of shipping that I use is called Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is a discounted shipping service that works with both UPS and USPS in order to get the deepest discounted rates. Those deeply discounted rates are based on the weight of the package, the dimensions of the package, and the distance from yours and mine. I'm shipping from a suburb of New Orleans, Louisiana. That's why my channel is called Southern Belle NOLA. NOLA for New Orleans, Louisiana. So let me scroll to the top of the chat and let's start saying some hellos. And while I'm doing this, y'all help me out by clicking the thumbs up. That's a free and easy way you can support me and support my. Also click the share button and share me out on your YouTube community page. Also on your Facebook, your Instagram, Discord, and any of your other social media. Well, he's going to be running the chat tonight, co-hosting tomorrow. Hello, Melissa. Making the list and checking it twice is Rainbow Cookie Sprinkles. Hello, Rainbow. Next, I see our longtime viewer, CQ Kathy. And here's a new face, a official crystal clear TV, better known as Heels. So she is also a seller. So y'all say hello to Heels. There's our favorite teenager, Shelby, who sometimes helps us out with a description on a puzzling item. So if y'all want to know what some is, Shelby can either tell you or look it up for you. She is great about that. Jocelyn, hello, hello. So good to see you, Josie. Patty Rose, hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Let's see. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? And Putnam Crochet. Welcome, welcome. Another crochet channel. So nice to see you. Oh, thank you for clicking the like button. I hope that everybody will give me a enthusiastic thumbs up. That helps so much. Oh, Patty Rose became a member. Woohoo! Well, let's celebrate that then. I'm glad you told me because it doesn't show up when I'm in the restream. I would have had to have waited for a moderator to tell me. And there's AZ Sue. Okay, here is our celebration for Pals becoming a ballerina.
So let's dance, let's sing, let's shout to the rhythm of life day and night. Let's say, live on toe, let's roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll. With gratitude in our soul, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll. With gratitude in our soul, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll.
I don't know if that fully played for y'all on your end. So I'm going to play it again, just in case fully play for y'all.
So let's dance, let's sing, let's shout to the rhythm of life day and night. Let's say, live on toe, let's roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll. With gratitude in our soul, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll. With gratitude in our soul, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll, let the good times roll.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Patty. And if any of the rest are thinking about maybe becoming a member, all you have to do is click the join button and you'll see all three of the membership levels. Each of the membership levels comes with shout outs. Each of the membership levels comes with free gifts. And not once per month, but with every shipment. So the type outs I think y'all like. Of course, the better I know y'all, the more I can get it to something you like. So, Patty, I look forward to a membership gift as long as you have your membership in every single box within your membership, or as long as you keep your membership. So, congratulated, Patty, on that. Let's see if we have anything else. And she saw herself in this celebration clip. Okay, wonderful. Oh, welcome, Nancy. Nancy snuck in while we were celebrating the new member. And Nancy knows all about the membership. She's been a member for a long while. Okay, did I miss anybody else? Okay, go ahead and begin. I say, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll, roll in your heart, roll in your soul, roll on and on and on. Now, we're going to get started with our $1 round. Oh, I've missed something in the chat. I will go back after, but whatever it is, pray for Nancy. Okay, so $1 starting bid for choice. Got lots of stationary options. Well, and technically, I have a stake in the back. It's a word stake that says hello. So I have these two little notebooks that are meant for teachers. The first one says, "An awesome teacher is hard to find and impossible to get." The second one says, "You will always be," with a little b, "my favorite teacher." Then we have a little spiral notebook that says, "It's the little things in life." We've got a nautical set of sticky notes. Down here, we've got lots of different sticky notes. I've got a magnet, a fridge magnet that says, "Keep going, keep growing." I've got three more little steno notebooks. Then I have some paper clips, and these paper clips are some cute little dogs. So we've got them in purple, in pink, in green, in gold, and in a matte yellow. And here's some sticky notes. Oh, and we've got rulers in clear, in blue, in kind of a smoky color. So lots of options. And Crochet Queen Kathy sees some liking already. So without hesitation, she is already in for one. Thank you, CQ. I appreciate that. What a blessing that she had to live 84 long years. Oh, such a thing to have had so many years upon this earth, so many years to have lived and loved and apparently been part of a family. What a blessing. I am sure heaven will be rejoicing as she enters those pearly gates. I know you will miss her terribly. My parents were both 73 when they passed away, and even they felt like they had nice, long lives and accomplished so much. So, joy for heaven. My condolences on your loss. Patty Rose is in for $1.10. Let's see if CQ wants to come back at 120. CQ is back at 120. Patty Rose is quickly upping the bid to 130. Now we're looking for 140. Melissa doing a great job with staying up to date with the chat. Shelby doing a great job at keeping up with all of the options. Thank y'all, everybody, for helping me. CQ is out. So we're looking for 40, and Melissa's already typing, going once. Get in, get in, get in. That's nice. Nancy, always make sure when you talk with a minor that you have a parent or guardian approval. Don't want anybody to ever get in trouble. Okay, CQ Kathy is back at $1.40. No worries, you can alter your mind here. It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Okay, Patty says she's going to be out to Kathy. Hello again, Crystal Clear TV. So glad you're here, Heels. I hope you will be welcome and feel welcome. Here we have just a low 10-cent bidding increment as part of my policy of Southern hospitality. So we can get. Want to warn you, well, most of them are one done. Very few have duplicates. Very, very few. Okay, we are sold to CQ. CQ needs 5 of any color of the little bubble sticky notes. Okay, how about the 5 at the bottom? The 5 at the bottom sound good? Or if you think the pink and pink are too girly, I can give you some more neutral colors. Otherwise, I'm just going to grab 5 at the bottom. If she says okay, or rather the non-pink, so that they're more, oh, good. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can tell by me removing them, they were all one and done. And remember, when you're picking to say the quantity, I'll let you know if I don't have that quantity and let us know when you're done. All right. Okay, and Kathy's done. I believe Patty was our backup bidder. So we'll go to Patty next. And Heels is in so well with everybody, welcoming every individually by name. That's kind of personalization we love here at Southern Belle Nola. Okay, Miss Patty, anything to your liking? Well, while we're waiting on Patty, I'll let you know that I have 2 of the word stakes that say hello. Hello, is it me you're looking for? And some of the paper clips I have duplicates of, and some of the rulers, and that's it. Oh, Patty, there she is. Okay, 3 mini steno pads. All right, 1, 2, 3. The 2 egg-shaped on the same row. Okay, these sweet little eyes. I totally see why you picked those. The pink paper clips. Okay, I do have 2 sets of the pink dog in case you need 2. Oh, wait, she says 2. All right, so 2 sets of those. And the black dog paper clips. Okay. I think you mean these dark. If you thought they were black, you're more than welcome to retract, but they are purple. I'm not sure if you can see that they're purple. Here, let me show you next to this. This is my little bell that I ring. So you can probably see next to it that this is black and this is purple. So now if you still want 2 sets in purple, I actually have 3 available. Oh, Lisa is, well, she says piping. It means popping in to say hello and hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so we'll check with Patty to see if the purple is okay. If she needed black because they were more business-like, I'm so sorry. I don't have black. The color choices are gold, a matte yellow, and green. Purple is fine. Okay, she still wanted two. All right, here's two of those. Let me make sure I got everything before I got to the done. So the 3 mini steno pads, check. The two that are egg-shaped, check. On the same row, check. Okay, pink dog paper clips and black, which we now know is purple paper clips, 2 of each, and done. Okay. Do we have anybody else in the lineup? I don't think so. So we're going to open it up to the chat. And really, I could push these a little closer together so they're easier for y'all to see. I'm not sure I showed this really close. It's a magnet. See, it's a magnet. Nice size, and it's ceramic. Keep going. Keep so nice. And I'm kind of surprised nobody picked this steno pad. It's a little bit bigger than the others. It's got lined pages. It's this thick. And here's a close up at these. These are really thick. All right. Anybody else? It'll be open to the chat. I'll show you the inside of these little teacher ones. These have lined pages, but they're thin. They're thin. That's why they're $1. Lined pages, but thin. Well, I hope you get to feel it better, sweetie pie. But after your email last week, I know what's going on. So thank you so much for letting me know. I'm continuing to pray for you. Have a good night. Oh, and there was a good episode of Amazing Race. So if you're behind, catch up with Amazing Race if you're not up to watching the auction. Lisa loves Amazing Race. Okay, Melissa, like the simple things notebook. Simple things. Okay. I'm thinking she means the life's little things. Okay. Anybody? I thought the little hello sign was so cute too. All right, last call before I gather this up and get going on a real auction. And y'all keep in mind, we're going to have more and more $1 rounds at the top of every hour. And the top of the next hour is going to be a fun $1 trick or treat game. So once again, we'll have 8 opportunities that might be a trick, might be a treat. I really think they're kind of sort of all treats, but it's all about perception. So we'll go over that at the beginning of the next hour. All right, last call before I clear these off the screen and we get on with other things. I am so sorry about your boss, but I am so glad that you were blessed to still have a job and that she still has a job across town. So jobs can be so hard to find, especially in certain areas and when you're of a certain age. So I just believe that everything happens for a reason. We don't always know the reason, and sometimes we don't always like it. Oh, wait. Let me get the things back out. Wait. Okay. Patty is saying she wants to take all of the paper clips. The paper clips I was showing. I also had a second of the gold. So let me see if you want to take just the 4 showing or 5 that I own. So let Melissa know well, actually let Rainbow know in the chat because Rainbow is making the list and checking it twice. And bubble pad. Okay, so Rainbow, I had these 3 little quotation pads. I think that's what she means. So let me give Rainbow a chance to catch up. Sorry, Rainbow. Okay, Rainbow, let me know. And Patty, did you want just the 4 paperclip sets I was showing or the 5th, which is a duplicate? Literally all. Okay. So I think Rainbow's got it. Okay, let me clear these away then. Thank you so much, Patty. See, this is just showing that you can always change your mind. If you think you're out, you can come back in on the bidding. If you think you're done, you can always circle back and take some more. That's the great thing about Southern hospitality. So glad you liked those. I think they're just cute as a button. Well, cute as a paper clip. Okay, let's see what we've got next. This is a super cute piece of country decor. If you like country decor, you're going to love this. These are cute little farm signs. And here's the first one. It's shaped like, I want to say a rooster, could be a chicken. Melissa, you correct me since you probably know. And it says, life is better on the farm. And it's got the chicken wire backing to it. It's got a wooden frame to it. This wooden piece is on top of the frame. I'm going to start these at $2 for choice. So there's the first one. If you prefer cows. Oh, Patty's saying, I was trying to give the chat a chance at them. That's sweet, Patty. So, so sweet. Okay, if you prefer cows, this one says Farmer's Market. And for those of you who might prefer pigs, which makes me say, where's Teresa? This one says Farm Fresh Bacon. So $2 for choice. How cute would these be hanging in your kitchen, hanging in your dining room, in a breakfast nook, or maybe in a den for your husband if he's like an outdoorsman or a hunter. Hi, Janice. So glad you're here. The Crochet Queen Kathy's in for 2. These could even be a cute little gift with the coloring being in beiges and whites. They would work for a guy as well as a lady. Sometimes it's hard to find guy gifts. Got CQ in it too. We're looking for 210. And y'all remember at the top of the hour, we're going to have another $1 round, and it's going to be our trick or treat round. But we'll have more going through the night. Stick with me, and you give me an enthusiastic thumbs up, pretty please. And let's all welcome Jennifer Chesney. All right, any other interest? Otherwise, Melissa's going to start counting this down. Now, I want to tell you, if you're looking at that rooster, I only have one of the rooster. Only have one of the rooster. So if you're thinking you're going to get in for second choice, or that maybe nobody's going to use it, or maybe there will be a multiple, there are no of the rooster. So if you have your eye on the rooster, I urge you to bid on it because it just breaks my heart when somebody emails and says, "Do you have another one of that? I really wanted it, but you sold out and I didn't want to create a scene." And I love that y'all are so kind as to never make a scene. All right, we're at fair warning. And y'all mark your calendars for 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, where it's a Sunday snack sale. Okay, let's see which one or what quantities we can get for CQ Capping. Just looking at the way they're arranged here, it would be super cute. Or you could make a brick of 4. I think that might be pretty. Do like a north, south, east, west thing, or even put something in the middle of a north, south, east, west thing. These are affordable enough that you could buy several. You could even put a little googly eye if you wanted to in there. Or put a little bow if you wanted to turn it into a girl. So many cutesy things that you could do. You could bling out the frame. Oh, so glad you're getting to visit your grandma family first, so don't worry about it at all. Family is the best, and if you can be with them, I always say please do. Okay, did CQ pick? Did I miss it, y'all? So rooster, pig, or cow, and the number. Listen, Rainbow, y'all help me out if I'm missing something. Is my chat frozen? I don't see any movement in the chat, and I don't see Kathy's pick. Melissa and Rainbow, y'all help me out, pray please. Shelby, why don't you message her on Discord real quick so it will ping her? Because we don't have a way to ping her from YouTube, just in case. Rainbow, Melissa, y'all message her, blow her Discord up so that she wakes up. I'm sure she is tired after babysitting since 5:30, but what a privilege to get to spend time with grandkids or grandnephews. I'm so glad you're still here, Nancy. Well, I hate to ever pass by winning bidder, and I've known CQ for so long. Oh, here she is. Her chat's okay. She would like a pig. Just one, or do you need multiple? So Kathy is choosing this one. Just one, or did you need? Okay, and Kathy has answered the quantity question. We're going to open the chat. We're going to see if anybody would be interested in the rooster, the cow, or the pig. So now you can get your choice for just $2. Oh, likes her choice. Melissa loves anything big, in case y'all didn't know. I know we always think, oh, it's Teresa that likes pigs, but turns out it's Melissa that likes pigs. Who knew? Okay, anybody else for these cute country chic pieces of decor? These would even be cute in like a little hunting lodge or trophy room. Okay, Patty, take a cow. Just one, or did you need multiples? I have 3 available if you need multiples. 3 little cows went to market. No, I'm kidding. Okay. We'll see if she wants 1, 2, or all 3. And then we'll see if anybody else wants to get in on the great deal. But letting Rainbow Nobility is always super helpful to her. Okay, Patty's going with just 1. That's mighty fine. There's never any pressure here. Anybody else? Not out of a thing. So anybody else that's interested in the chat, this can be yours. Also, for those of you watching the replay, this will still be available. For you replay watchers, I'll let you know I'm down to just 1 rooster, 2 cows, and 3 pigs. Okay, let's see what else we've got going on tonight. All right, next, I have this huge bag of these building blocks. Now, I don't see anything on here that says a brand. And they're all white, which I didn't know you could buy them in a single color. Got these from the liquidator, so that's why there are no instructions on them. I'm going to start these at $5. Let's see if I can make. Oh, Melissa's going to take a rooster. Okay, I'm now out of the rooster. Thank you so much, Melissa. Wasn't expecting you to say the rooster. I was expecting the pig. So every time I think I know what Melissa's going to pick, she surprises me. Okay, so huge sack of building blocks, all white, $5 for the entire sack. There've got to be hundreds in here. Hundreds. And look at Nancy use all of her member emojis. Love that. And I'm so glad y'all are tuning in to my auction tonight. I know there are so many places you could be out in the world, on YouTube, on TV. I feel so blessed that y'all choose me. Okay, any interest on this? I tell you what, let's make this the first price drop of the night. Melissa, drop this to $4, pretty please. Just $4. Let's see if y'all might like it better. Or if not, we'll go on to something else, maybe even something else. Fine. Okay, any interest? Okay, we're going to pass and it'll be available on the replay. All right, next item is going to be just $2. Now, this is a big price drop. This was originally selling for $5. These are gel squashies. I'm not sure if y'all have seen these before or you know what these are. These are so fun. Whether you are an adult or a child, it says squish me. So you just push right here, back and forth, or you can let gravity do its thing. Can you see it moving back for choice? This is a magenta one. I also have one in gold. Let's see if I can show y'all more of the colors. Let me back it up too because these are so big. And last but not least, I have the blue. You can probably see it working best on the blue. So these are $2 for choice. So relaxing and soothing about just watching go back and forth and back and forth. And if you don't want to tip it, once again, you just push here and you can operate it with your. So for ages 5 and up, I have 2 yellow, 1 pink, and 1 blue. Anybody for a squashy? Oh, kind of like intestines. I hadn't thought of that. That's very, very creative, Patty. Very creative. I was thinking kids would just sit in the back seat of the car and play it, or adults would just push it back and forth when they're, watching a nerve-wracking sports show or reality show. But yeah. Oh. Okay, Shelby, let's not help me. I'm sure y'all know that everything I show is not a presentation. I showed this a few months ago, back when I had even colors. And when you don't sell something, you eventually show it again. So the fact that I showed these on another channel, Shelby, you don't have to out me. Because after all, if it doesn't sell, at some point, I'm going to have to show it again until it does sell. I'll show things 2 days in a row, but I thought, well, my audience here hadn't seen it. Oh my. I'm sure you would understand that inventory's got to be sold. You just keep reducing the price on it. Teenagers may not understand that it works that way. Just because it doesn't sell, you don't give it up or throw it out. But we will clear these off now. Okay, here is something that I haven't shown. This is called desktop curling. Now, I'm guessing that most of you haven't heard of curling. I had to look it up. Apparently, it's a northern thing and an Olympic thing. But you usually it's not played on the desktop. So let me show you how it works. Melissa, this is going to be $5 starting bid. It's for 6 and up, and the contents are curling, 8 mini curling stones, and the curling rink. And so here is the rink. Here's all the balls. And once again, here's the contents with, you get 4 blue stones, 4 red stones, and a 40 by 8-inch curling rink. And then it tells you the object of the game and how to play. This is what it's going to look like. And you just long trying to get it into the target. It kind of reminded me a little bit of shuffleboard, except you don't have those needless shuffleboard tools. But I thought this would be super fun. One of the things that I remember most about my grandparents is they always wanted to get out and run around with us. But as their mobility waned, and eventually my grandmother was in a wheelchair, and then she kept getting talked into these knee replacement surgeries, and then there were recalls on the replacement parts because, this was back in, the 90s, I guess. So I'm sure it's safer now. But she wasn't able to do a lot of things with us. And so she would have loved this. She would have said, "Oh, I have a fun new," and we can all play it. And we'd say, "Oh, Gran, we know you can't get out and play with us." And she'd say, "No, I have it all set up on the dining room." She would have loved this because it would have been something physical we could have still done where she didn't have to run around. So I don't know if any of y'all are in that same situation, but what a fun family game, and anybody and everybody could play. And it's only $5. Plus, there is the learning aspect of teaching what curling is and having the Olympic experience at home on a tape. All right, last call on these. It'll be available on the replay. Okay. Thinking ahead, we know we have Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. And I know some of y'all are going to say, it's too soon to talk about the new year. Well, it's not too soon when I'm showing food products. Y'all love seeing that it has 2026 on it. But what about a calendar? I've got these cute calendars for 2026, and it even starts in 2025. So if you want to go ahead and put your few last minute appointments for 2025, you can do that. These are going to be $2 for choice. And you'll see it's got notes in the back, then it's got the actual calendar. So you're going to pick by the cover. This is the first one. $2 for choice. For those of y'all that prefer kitties, for those of y'all that prefer little hedgehogs, look at those little hands. I just want to reach up and high five, and boop the nose. They probably don't want their noses booped. They probably bite me, but I just think this is the cutest thing ever. Okay, for those of y'all who prefer florals and the whole flower power, here's a nice checkerboard with some smiley faces. For those of you in the tropics or dreaming about the tropics or who just want to take a mental vacation and be transformed by ideas and getaway thoughts, here is some palm trees. If you like pretty colors on the horizon when you're planning for the new day on the horizon. If you like geometrics. Oh, did I show them all? I think I did. All right, let me put here. Kind of even them out. All right, looking for $2 for choice. You're ready to get your new year calendar started, and you can still put in a few things from the end of this year. Get new calendar. Why keep writing in the last few months of the old calendar when you can go ahead and start a new one? And these are a great size for in a purse, in that office desk drawer. These aren't those kind where you have to put them on a wall and you got a clear space. This is great for privacy as well. Well, here is what I'm thinking. My parents used to do this thing where they would get matching calendars and they would sit down and plan out the year, plan out the month at the same time. So my dad always bought two calendars, or my mother always bought two calendars. So if anybody wants to get two, since I have so many choices, we will do a buy more, save more, where you can get two for $3. So that way, if you and husband want to sit down and plan together, or maybe you and your daughter, you and your son, you and your bestie. So we'll do a buy more, save more for $3. Because surely on two that you think are, whether it's different types or the same type. I'll give Melissa a minute to put this in, and then I'll take these away. We'll go on to something else. Okay, last call on the calendars then. They'll be available on the replay. Okay, well, since animals have been popular tonight, I'd like to show you some cute little ceramic pots. These are going to be $5 for choice. Just look at the beauty on these. So you can just put a little plant in there. Some of them are going to have faux plants in them that just came in there. Here is a cow one. This one has some foam, and it looks like at one point it may have had some kind of plant in it. I don't really sure. Here's a sweet little piggy. It does have a faux plant. $5 for choice. Here is a sweet little sheep. It also has a faux plant in it. And last but not least, here is a sweet little turtle. So once again, these are all ceramic. Oops, I think this one's covering up this one. Let me move this one to a higher shelf. That way y'all can see them all. And for those of you who don't have plants that grow during the fall or the winter, this is a great way to still have some greenery inside, or maybe you live in a state where you bring your plants inside, or maybe they just hibernate. Down south, we have fall and winter plants, but that may not necessarily be the case in all states. And if you didn't want to put a plant, probably rest your keys in it or fill it with candy. Maybe even put a candle in it. Let me see if a candle would fit. Would a candle fit? Oh, a candle would fit. I bet even a candle would fit. Let's try a different candle. This candle fit? Oh, even this size would fit. Okay. Did I mention we're gonna have candles? I think it's finally cold enough we can have candles later. Okay, last call on these. All right, let me clear these away then. And once again, this will be available on the replay. Okay, and I see it's the top of the hour, so who's ready to play trick or treat? So I'm lining up just 8 bags. If you want all bags, then put an 8 in the chat. Not everybody can get a set of 8 because I only have a few. Okay, anybody for all 8 because it is the top of the hour. So for Belle's Bargain Bonanza, we are going to have the trick or treat bag game. All right, Nancy's going to be one of the people that get all 8. Anybody else want to get all 8? Janice is going to get all 8. Okay, let me check to see which gonna need to be removed first. Wait a second. How many of this one do I have? Let me just double check. No, I think I have plenty. Okay, anybody else want to get in for 8? Hi, Kitty. Everybody welcome Kitty. Okay, in for 8. Up to 5 I can get in for 8. Anybody else want to get for all 8? And then for those who just want to buy 1 or 2, we'll open it up to the chat. Hello and blessings to you, Kitty. We are always so glad you were. And Patty puts yet another 8 in the chat. Did you want 8 times 2, or were you just double checking to make sure we saw your 8, Patty? And remember, it's Rainbow tonight that is making the list and checking it twice. So if you ever need to double check to make sure your order was written down correctly, or that you want to add on to it or change a color or a scent or something, Rainbow is the lady that's handling it all. Okay, anybody else for all 8? All right, Melissa's going to put in the stop in the name of, well, I tell you what, we've got to sell them individually. Since we have some left, we will open this up individually. Melissa will tell you when, and then you can pick in the order you put it in the chat. Y'all are so funny. I love that y'all have given each other nicknames. That's so cute. Oh. Okay, so anybody want to buy these individually? If so, you're going to use keywords. It's the same keywords for last time, but I will tell you again, we're going to call this one bow tie, cat, peeking, bones, smile, spider, pumpkin, and bangs. So those will be the keywords if you just want to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many. Just put in the keywords of the particular want to buy, and it might be a trick, might be a treat. You won't know till you see it. So we'll let anybody that just needs to get a couple few pick out. Once Melissa throws up the stop in the name of love signs, then I'm going to show you what's in every bag, and y'all can decide if it's a trick or a treat for you. And I always hope they are treats. But, you know, some people don't necessarily like everything. Nobody likes every scent. Nobody likes every color. So that's why it's trick or treat. And Kitty says, come on, people, only 2 is a challenge. Oh, I love it. Kitty has become my cheerleader. Woohoo! Okay, anybody for individual bags? Only $1. And Kitty makes the confession that she's never had a trick. Yay, Kitty. And being the cat lover she is, Melissa's going to take the cat. Okay, that totally makes sense to me. That cat kind of looks like Bob, actually. Oh, her cat's name is Bob. She uploaded a picture of Bob one day for the Sunday snack sale. So if y'all aren't tuning in, you're getting to know Melissa, because we've seen her granddaughter Haley, we've seen her cat Bob, we have seen the view of the trees and the mountain where she lives, way up north, where I tease her that she can see Canada from her backyard. And so every week we get to know a little bit about Miss Melissa. Okay, anybody else? She's about to put in the stop in the name of love stop signs. I'm going to reveal what's in all 8. Once those stop in the name of love symbols go in, there will be no more opportunities. and these aren't available on the replay. This is only an in-person game. Well, during the live game, not in person, I guess. Oh. Okay, last call on these. You ready? You ready to see? Reminds me when I was a little girl, there was a department store called Mervyn's. And Mervyn's had this commercial where the shoppers were standing outside saying, open, 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 open. Now, that was never me standing there saying open, but I'd always say, Mommy, look, they're so excited. And my mommy would just say, it's a commercial, honey. They're paid to look excited. Okay, I see the stop in the name of love sign, so let's get to looking. Okay, in the bow tie, we have a face mask in coconut. Great way to revive your skin, to soften your skin, to moisturize your skin. Congratulations to everybody who got on that one. On the cat one, we have a Gillette foamy shave cream. So whether you're a guy that shaves your head, a woman that shaves your legs or underarms, everybody usually shaves something somewhere. Okay, that's what you get in that one. Okay, next, peeking out, we have a heart sticky Post-it note. Now, color of the heart will vary by customers, so they won't all necessarily be this peachy color. If you care what color you get, it's a rainbow. Otherwise, I will randomly pick a color for you. Next, in Skull and Crossbones, we have a hair clip, a nice big hair clip. Now, okay, I'm sorry. Now, I know to some of y'all, you're saying, this is a trick. I don't have long hair. I don't wear my hair up. Or if it was Mr. Craig, he'd be saying, I shaved my head, right? So for some people, this might be a trick. But that this is trick or treat that not everybody necessarily has long hair. So this is one of the tricks this time. Shaved veggies. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, inside smile. Clip down, hair clip down. I have a pen. I know I usually only show pens during the $1 round, but I thought for once I'm going to put this star pen, when you wish upon a star pen, that it might be fun inside a trick-or-treat bag, because after all, everybody can use a pen, right? Especially a silver star. I thought that one was pretty universal. But if you're like, oh, a pen, but pens are popular on this channel for some reason. Oh, could be a cup. I like that. Okay, this is, I don't know if y'all know what it is. It's called a slap bracelet. It says USA, and you slap it on this way. That's simple. So I thought it'll work for a guy, for a woman, for a teen, for a child, and we're all here in the USA, USA. So whether for every day or for patriotic holidays. So here it is. Here's your slap bracelet. Inside the pumpkin. Now, this one's probably going to be a trick for some people. It's a roll of doggy bags. Some of you actually have dogs and you could use the bag of doggy bags. I don't know that cats put their stuff in bags. Maybe you could give this to somebody with the bag, with the dog. But it's a lot of bags on the roll, and they have these cute little bones on them. I suppose you could put something else in the bag and make it maybe a treat bag for a dog. I don't know. But that's the other trick item. But once again, it's still a brand new item that is usable for people with dogs. I've warned y'all, you can't necessarily use everything every time. That's why it's trick or treat. Here's the last one for those of you who like baths. This one was originally $2. It's bath confetti. It's in gum. So if you take showers, I'm so sorry. But if you take baths, it's a wonderful bath confetti of bubble gum scent. Have a luxurious bath with this. Oh, Melissa says keep them in the car for garbage. That's a good idea. Okay. So those were the 8 trick or treat opportunities tonight. I hope y'all thought a few of them were tricks. I hope we had a little fun looking at them. All right, but let's get back to the auction. All right, anybody like Hello Kitty? Anybody like keychains? Okay, these are going to start out at $3. All right, so you will see these are Hello Kitty branded keychains and Franz. Now, I don't know the names of the Franz, so I show these. Y'all help me out in the chat, whether it's an adult or Shelby. Y'all tell me the names of the Franz because I just don't know them. Patty Rose says, have you seen the plushies who have the slap bracelets in their arms and legs? They wrap around the kiddos' arms or backpack straps. Very cute. I haven't seen those. I'll have to look for those, or if you have a picture to show me, you just send it to me. Okay, so let me show you these. These have water in them. And they have these little floating characters. How cute is it? Okay, so this is going to be the first one. And once again, I don't know the names of these various characters. Here's the second one, and y'all will see they have different characters in them. And the color of the liquid is different as well. Here's the next one. This one is pink. Look at the ears on that little one. Here is the purple one, and I think that's a cat in it. Once again, I don't know the individual character names. Sorry about that. Okay, here's the green one with this little dude. So $6 for choice. And the liquid is totally encased in the keychain. So it's going to move and float around kind of like a squishy, but it's in this super hard sealed acrylic. Some of these I have multiples, some of these I don't. Oh, and Kitty says, all the special pens I have purchased, I put in a big owl planter that I purchased from Belle. Oh, I remember that with the big eyes. And when the littles come over, they get to pick out one when they have learned a new word and use it in a sentence. Oh, that is awesome to reward them for learning and not just pretending to learn, but to use it in a sentence. I love that, Kitty. That is so smart and so savvy. You're the best Grandy ever. It sounds like something actually my grandmother would have done. I don't know if I ever told y'all, but my grandmother on my mother's side was a teacher, as was my grandfather. Well, until he went blind. Then he became a farmer. Well, kind of a farmer. In Louisiana, we still have sharecropping. No. Okay, I see why nobody is bidding. No, the starting bid was only $3. $3. Of course, nobody is bidding at 6. No. All keychains, I start at 3. Oh, Kitty knows what Patty's talking about. I keep trying to picture it, but I know so little about stuffed animals. When you don't have kids or grandkids, it's kind of hard to keep up with toys. So anytime y'all can help me, educate me on what's popular, what's trendy. No, I was trying to start these at $3. I'm so sorry if I'm cutting out. And you can turn them both ways. Oh, look at that sweet little face. This one looks kind of like a froggy. Oh, look at those big ears. It's hard to tell which side's supposed to be the front. Oh, look at those sweet little blue eyes. It's okay. A lot of times my accent gets in the way. All right. Any interest in these? Well, maybe y'all aren't Hello Kitty fans, or maybe you just don't like the idea that there is liquid in them, but it truly is sealed and encased in it. Look at those ears. I think these are just cute as a button. I would have loved one of these as a kid. Hanging from a keychain, a backpack, a belt loop. Okay, if there's no other interest, we will clear these away and we'll go on to something else. Well, we will miss you, Kathy, but we hope to see you tomorrow at the snack sale. Okay, let's look at some candles. All right, starting bid $3. Here's the first one. It is maple Belgian waffles. I so wish y'all could smell these. They smell so good. So that's your first option. Next option is going to be creamy pumpkin pie. Next, we have Mandarin vanilla bean. Jasmine blossom. This one doesn't have a top, it just wasn't manufactured with the top. Different brands, you know, do it differently. And this one is very vanilla cupcake. Oh, Kitty's so funny. It's okay. I speak Southern. That's what I need sometimes is somebody to help translate the Southern to English. Oh, Kitty can be my translator. I love that. Okay, anybody for just $3 for these candles? They're all one and done, no duplicates. So if you get outbid, that's it, no duplicates. And keep in mind, I only sell these certain months of the year. So even if you're saying, oh, that jasmine, that's a summer scent. You can't buy a summer scent from me in summer because with it being over 90 degrees and in unair conditioned vans and planes, it just wouldn't last. So Anna, I'm so glad you're here. We're just crazy about Anna. Okay, so looking for $3 for choice of these single wick brand new candles. Once again, they're all one and done. The choices are maple Belgian waffle, creamy pumpkin pie, mandarin and vanilla bean, jasmine blossom, or very vanilla cupcake. It's so funny. They couldn't just call it vanilla cupcake. It had to be very vanilla cupcake. Oh, yay! You got your mail today. I'm so glad. I hope you loved everything in it, sweetheart. Okay, last call on these candles. All right, we'll clear these away. Okay, well, I was going to show you some other sizes and other scents, but if there's no interest in candles, we will just go on to something else. Okay, next, let me go to a craft item. I don't know much about these. They look like they're labeled for individual sale. I got these at the liquidator, but this makes it look like it's an 8-piece bag. So I'm going to try to sell it by the 8-piece bag, but if y'all would prefer for me to open these up and sell them individually, I can. I'm going to start these at $5 for choice. So these have whites and silvers and grays. This one is very similar, but these have shades of beiges and browns and tans and honey colors. Kathy may be remiss that she missed these. So $5 for choice. And hopefully one of my moderators knows what to call these. I'm just calling them a craft lot, an 8-piece craft lot for choice. Okay, Melissa says it is DMC thread, like Run DMC. Okay, anybody need thread? I thought thread was that stuff that comes on around schools. So I'm learning. There are 8 in each bag. And the reason I say that is right here. It says 8 pieces per bag. And I believe this one says the same thing. 8 pieces per bag. So it's not even $1 each. But if they don't sell, I can open them up and sell them for $1 each. I debated which way to sell them. So I thought I'll try to give y'all the best deal first, $5 for an entire bag. But if not, and y'all prefer, then I can open these up and sell them for $1 each. Oh, Melissa says they're used in needlepoint. Okay, that sounds good. Patty's in for 5. Melissa's also saying cross stitch. Okay, that sounds good too. Y'all know more about this stuff than I do. I'm just throwing it out there. But Patty thinks it's worthy of 5. We're now looking for 510. All right, if there's no further interest, let's count it down and we'll get to picking. Oh, Kitty says it's cross stitch, it's embroidery, dresses for dolls. Okay, boy, the longer I show this, the more stuff y'all come up to do with it. I love how much y'all help me out in the chat. Patty Rose is saying embroidery, cross stitch, and needle punch. Needle punch? Okay, that sounds really scary. I mean, needles are scary enough, and punching is scary enough, but punching with a needle? But I'm sure it just sounds that way. It's probably something totally different. Oh. And Kitty says, that's an amazing deal, Patty. Get more than one. Well, I only have one of each. So each is its own one and done. So if anybody on the fence about it, I only have one of each, say yes. Oh, Melissa says she makes flowers. You can make flowers? That's a thing? Making flowers? Really? I don't understand what that means, but we're going to have a private conversation and you're going to have to upload some pictures to brag and show us all on Discord. So I can't imagine how one could make a flower. Maybe you don't mean a flower. Maybe you mean something in a floral design. Kitty, I might need the craft to English translation, sweetheart, since you're kind enough to translate for me tonight. Okay, we are sold to Patty, and Patty's smart enough to take both, just as Kitty advised. I love that. Kitty's become the product advisor. I love when y'all help me out. That is so great. Okay, I didn't get a chance to show all of the toys that Melissa looked up and priced last week. Here's one of the ones I didn't get a chance to show. Melissa's going to explain what it is in the chat because I don't know. And Melissa's going to put the starting bid in it because I also don't know. But speaking of punching, since I never thought I'd say that on my channel. Speaking of punching, I'm surprised that's not a word I blocked when I first started. But anyway, speaking of punching, we have a bop bag. Now that's not the same as booping in that way. Bopping is totally different than booping. At least down south. Bopping scary, booping cute. But it says that it's a big fun and it's inflatable. So let's go through what the bag says while Melissa puts the real information in the chat. So it's a bop bag and it's inches. And when it's inflated, it's 34.5. And this is what it looks like on the back. So I'm guessing it's a way for kids to get out their aggression when they're feeling peeved, upset, overlooked, teased, or whatever. So you don't want them to be destructive. You want them to have a way to spend that energy. And it seems like this would be it. Oh, and I guess we're still talking about flowers. Melissa says, I make flowers out of paper. Oh, like origami. Felt and this thread. Wait, why would you need just paper? Well, okay. Well, I still think just paper. Okay. Paper, felt, and thread. And they are 3D. Okay. And Melissa says, the way this works is you knock it down and it'll come back up. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Oh, it's never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down and I get up again. Okay, apparently this bop bag gets knocked down and comes up again, and it's only $5. So who wants to help kids and channel some energy into something that will get up again? Safe, easy, out. I keep thinking that little kid on the advertisement looks like somebody, but I can't think who it is. Patty says, I had a Bozo the Clown one as a kid. Good exercise. Used to count the hits per minute. Competition time. Okay. Nice. Craig. Okay, our King Ballerino is here. All hail our Diamond King Ballerino. And thank you again for your most elite membership, Mr. Craig. So glad you're here. Well, we're showing a bop bag because it gets knocked down and then it comes back up. And Patty's saying that she had a Bozo the Clown one as a kid and it was great exercise. Only $5. Everybody welcome Craig. Make him feel welcome. All right, we're going to pass on this one then. All right, how about some books? Here are two Crayola books, a book of silliness and a rhyming book. Let me back up a little bit. And these are going to be $2 for choice. This one that says Time to Rhyme, and I'm not going to go through the whole book with you, but just to give you a little idea. Oranges, blocks, umbrella, fox, car, mail, donut, sale. Great chance to read to kids or see how well kids are reading by letting them read to you. Oh, and Greg had one of those too. This one is Penguin in the Sky. Oh my, this one's a book of silliness. Okay, this one says, what if penguins learn to fly or mooing cows go drifting by? So if you want to see how these end, it is $2 for choice. After all, reading is fundamental. Okay, here's the next item. This one is a crayon by number, ages 6 and up, color guide on the back. So this is apparently what you color. Comes with all of the crayons. And here's the color guide. Oh, and Craig has been a member for 4 long months. Yay, Craig. All hail King Craig. So this is what you're getting. Great way to give some children a chance to express their artistic skills. Also teaching them how to follow directions. Still just $2. So you'll put crayon by number in for this one. And this is a great time to remind everybody, if you haven't already clicked the thumbs up, please, oh, please do. Make sure you're in live chat, not that top chat, which will deceive you into thinking your own chat is at the top. And make sure the little red line at the bottom of the screen is pulled all the way forward. So it seems like even some of our beloved moderators might be lagging just a little bit. And Melissa is in for 2. Okay, we'll go ahead and count this down then. Y'all can still get in for 210, but we've got more to show, so let's keep it moving. And if y'all have any requests of things you'd like to see, let me know. If I can get to them tonight, then I will. If not, I'll try my best to get it for Monday. Okay, sold it to Melissa. All right, next I have more storybooks. This one says Frozen 2 Story Surprise Play Pack. So you get one collectible storybook, and it says collect all four. So I do have multiple sets, and because it's sealed inside, you don't know if it's which of the four. So, but here are the four that exist. So these are going to be $2 for choice. Oops, the layer. Or if you're not into Frozen 2, I also have Paw Patrol. Once again, it's a collectible story book. And once again, there are four available. And here are the four that are available. And I do have multiples in case you want to try to get all four. Looking for $2 starting bid for choice. You can choose between Disney's Frozen 2 or Nickelodeon's Paw Patrol. Oh, Kitty has a wonderful idea. She said this would be good for cousins to trade. Absolutely. Read it and then swap. I love that idea. Okay, any interest in these sealed collectible storybooks? By them being sealed, you know that there are no pen marks in them, that they haven't been read, that they haven't been touched, that they haven't been salivated on, that there are no ripped or torn pages. This is the most pristine way you can get a storybook because it's literally sealed inside the back. Okay, we're going to pass on these. Let me show you one last kitty type item. It is $5. It's a My Little Pony set, and this is not just a little storybook. This is $5 because you get a surprise foam character. You get 2 sticker sheets. You get a stencil. You get an entire velvet poster. I think poster itself is easily worth $5. You get 8 crayons and a 32-page full-size coloring book. Woo-wee! Now that is a lot for $5. That's a lot. So once again, it's a surprise foam character, sticker sheets, a stencil, velvet poster, 8-pack of crayons, and 32-page full-size coloring book. So much in one packet, especially if you have somebody that likes My Little Pony. Okay, last call on this one. I tell you what, price drop, price drop. We're going to price drop it down to $4, Melissa. This is just too good to live at my house. I want some kids to get something so great. And I really think even just the velvet poster to color in is easily worth this price. Not to mention the coloring books and crayons and sticker sheets and stencils. Oh my! But Melissa, let's drop the price to just $4 and see if we can't get these cute little ponies adopted. So, anybody want to save $1 and adopt some ponies? Save $1, adopt some ponies. I have some t-shirts in a size large or extra large that are Nightmare Before Christmas. And I have some coasters that are Nightmare Before Christmas. That's what I can think of right off the top of my head. Oh, and I have some Christmas ornaments. Okay, we're going to pass on this. Okay, next I have some puzzle books. Have y'all seen the prices of puzzle books lately? $6.99. That's just too much. It's just too much. Now, I know these say display until September 1st of 2025. I just really don't think these expire. Oh, I think they are just as good a month after they were written, or 2 months, or even 2 years. So I'm going to sell these not for $6.99, not for $5.99 or $4.99. I'm going to sell these. Buy it now, $3. Buy it now, $3. Well, Craig, if you'd like to see the t-shirts in size large or extra large, if you'd like to see the coasters or the Christmas ornaments, let me know. All right. So meanwhile, puzzle books, buy it now, $3 for choice. And you're going to choose by the type of book and the color in the background. So for instance, if you want this one, you're going to say fill-ins red. I do want to point out that the fill-ins I have are jumbo, and what jumbo means is not only that it's a thick book, but look how big the print is. The print is really jumbo. Okay, well, I can show the t-shirts tonight. The coasters I can show on our snack sale. And the Christmas ornaments, I have Christmas packed away, but I might be able to get some out for Monday. So hopefully my moderators will make me a little note. All right. If you're interested in this one, you're going to say fill-ins indigo. This one would be fill-ins yellow. Fill-ins blue. Maybe like Sudoku. This would be Sudoku large print and pink. Rainbow, if you can, help me out by negotiating with Craig so I can keep showing stuff. Next, we have Word Seeks. This is Word Seek, and this is kind of a sky blue. Word Seek in lavender. Remember, these are just $3, y'all. Here is variety puzzles. So you get over 100 fun-filled activities. So you'll see all kinds of different puzzles in here. This one, you're going to use TV and movie as your code word. I accidentally have a Reader Digest in here. It's all about unlocking your inner genius. And apparently Stanley Tucci cooks. And brain health breakthroughs and lots of other fun stories. AI art brings friends together. That might be an interesting story. Okay, so if you want that, you'll put Reader's Digest. Okay, any interest on the puzzle books? Less than half price. No, no posters. The choices were t-shirts, coasters, and ornaments. In fact, let me just get up right now and grab the t-shirts real quick. Hopefully we'll get some bids on this. And Craig, you could have just emailed me or Discord messaged me. In fact, I showed them I showed them last week. Let me see if I can get back to them. Okay, any interest on these brand new puzzle books in fill-ins, in word seeks, Sudoku, Variety, or Reader's Digest? Okay. Well, here are the shirts that I have for Nightmare Before Christmas. These are $10 still for choice. So I have these in a choice of large or extra large, brand new with tags. Now, these are men's sizes. A woman could still wear it, but the sizing is in men's sizes. So looking for $10 for choice. They are Disney, Tim Burton, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Nice black background. They've got a great stretch to them. Brand new, $10 starting bid for choice. And I'm pretty sure I sold you some of the coasters back when we were having Christmas in July, I think it was. But I do still have a few more of those coasters. Do you remember the coasters I mean? Okay, last call on this then if there's no interest. Okay, next $3 for a 3-piece craft item. I have these sets of words. They're going to say thankful, harvest, and welcome. So, thankful, harvest, and welcome. And they're in a galvanized metal. Oh, wait. Apparently, Craig was in for 10. Let me get the shirts back. Okay, get the shirts back. Okay, we've got Craig in for 10. I have 2 in the large and 2 in the extra large. Once again, they are men's sizes. Okay, Craig's going to go with the extra large. Did you want to buy one or both? Let's see if Craig wants one or both. Sometimes it's good to have a spare, or sometimes you need 2 equal things for different people in order to be fair. 2 brothers or 2 sisters, 2 uncles, 2 caregivers, or whoever. So let's see if he wants one or both. And you can let Rainbow know. Meanwhile, I see Melissa is ready to move on to the metal words. So the metal words are thankful, harvest, and welcome. So y'all crafty people, help me out in the chat by reminding everybody of some of the things you could do with galvanized metal words. I'm guessing you could put them on the signs or wreaths or the back of a chair or other stuff. But with it being metal, it is going to be very sturdy. It could even be for outside. And look at the beautiful lettering and fonts. So you're going to get all 3 signs sealed in this one package. Melissa, are we counting down for this or are we counting down for Craig? I'm so lost. And we're at the top of the hour, so we'll be having another $1 starting bid Belle's Bargain Bonanza item. Melissa Rainbow, did we sell this or were we not counting this down? Somebody let me know the status of this before we go to our next $1 round, pretty please. Okay, I'm going to guess this is a pass, even though I don't see an answer in the chat. Okay, next, for our next $1 round, I have some beautiful damask pouches. Now, I've shown these in previous years. These are things that I basically buy and resell every year because they are super duper popular. Great for gift giving, great for keeping things in. Boom! Look how beautiful this gorgeous purple damask is. It's got gorgeous piping. It looks way prettier than just $1. Look how almost metallic it is. Very high quality, very high class, has kind of an Asian design to it. It's got a snap right here, but that's not the only closure. It's also got a zipper. On the inside, it is lined in a white material. But if you're saying, I'm not really a fan of purple, not a problem. Because in addition to purple, I also have magenta. I also have red. I also have gold. And I also have turquoise. So I have these in 5 gorgeous colors. So if you're looking for a way to keep those fancy rings that maybe your fingers swell and you can't wear them anymore, this is a fine bag for that. I have my parents' wedding rings in a fine bag like this to save it, as well as my mom's engagement ring, because you don't want to lose it. And if it's in a particular bag, then if something ever happens, I'll be able to find it immediately. I know which bag to grab, and that's it. Also, it's great for gift giving. You could put a necklace in here, bracelets, keychains, coins, stamps, a small figurine, lots of little things. A keychain can go in these. Oh, Melissa's in for one. So excellent for gift giving as well. And I love that there's both a snap and a zipper. So nothing's accidentally fallen out of these. No, ma'am. No, sir. Oh, and Craig, after the broadcast, I'm going to need you to send me an email or a Discord message. We're going once. Oh, and Kitty says, all the ladies in my family love these. I have had to order several times because they see them using them and then they want them too. That is the greatest compliment when somebody sees it and says, oh, where did you get that? Do you have more? Can you help me get some of those. So I'm always glad to help supply y'all if anybody sees something you have and they want some as well. Okay, Melissa's going to get one in purple and cream. Wonderful. Now, usually the red is very popular for Christmas and Valentine's. The magenta is usually also popular for Christmas and Valentine's. But, colors like the burgundy and the purple and the cream, great for just birthdays or any day. They really look even better in real life. Super fancy. And Rainbow would like a turquoise, a red, and a purple. Okay, wonderful. I'm trying to remember, Rainbow, have you had these before or is this your first time? But these are things that I've been selling regularly for years. I tend to bring them out in the fall because they become very popular at Christmas. Although it is something I can get year round. But these are the kind of thing I buy by the case. And then when I run out, I usually wait until the next fall to order another case. Ashley! Everybody welcome Ashley. Oh, Ashley, did you change your picture? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, Ashley's going to go for one of each. Yes, I have plenty of each. And we're going to start a new thing here. From now till Christmas, every time the moderators see y'all buy a brooch, a necklace, a keychain, they're going to say, do you want to add a $1 pouch with that? Just to remind you that I have these fancy damask $1 pouches every time you buy something that you might want to give inside it, or you might want the pouch just to keep it so it doesn't scrape against other things in your jewelry box. I'm so glad you're here, Ashley. Okay, last call on these. And we'll have another $1 round at the top of every hour. The next $1 round is going to be pens. Okay, in the meanwhile, let's look at some hair bows or headbands. I have these huge multi-packs. So here you're going to get all these different colors, or you're going to get all of these colors. So we're going to call these bright, and we're going to call these pastel. So you can choose between bright or pastel. And these are going to be $3 for the whole sale. Let's see if anybody likes them. I love the fact that it's not just a bow, which a lot of times bows will just kind of fall right out of children's hair because it's kind of slick. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have a lot of grab to it. So I love that those are on the headbands so that it will both hold the hair back but have a cute feminine bow. So really, it's like two head adornments in one, both the bow and the headband. Okay, any interest? Sure is a lot. Okay, we're going to pass on these. They'll be available on the replay. Well, let me give you some choices. How about that? And I'm just going to line them up, and they're going to be $3 for choice. Here's the first choice. It is 6 of these big adult size or teen size clips by Goody. A two-piece set of pet bandana and matching scrunchie set. Here's the scrunchie for you and the pet bandana for your little cutie pie. Here is a set of 3 different headbands for adults. You've got a black, a brown, and a golden. I have a set of 3 scrunchies, and each of these has little butterflies on it. How adorable is that? By Belle, I've got a 15-pack of these ponytail holders, and I love that they have these little pieces in between. They look decorative, but really it helps grip the hair. Okay, I have this really elaborate headband for a child. It's got all of, well, I guess it could be for an adult. Here's the back so you can see how it's constructed, but it's to go this way. Put that up here as a choice. I have a 3-pack of Frozen 2 bows with Anna, with Elsa, and with Anna and Elsa together. Frozen brand. I'm surprised I'm not seeing anything else. And last but not least, also by Frozen 2, we've got these specialty hair ties with Anna and Elsa and snowflakes. Any interest? Okay, last call then if there's no interest. All right, let me move these aside then. These will be available on the replay. All right, well, let's see. Debating whether to move on or to show you some different ones at only the $2 price point. Wonder what I should do. All right, I'm going to take one more stab at it, and these are going to be available at the $2 price point. This is by Sophie. $2. It's nice and stretchy in the back, and it's got the pretty knot in the front. This one is also stretchy and has a nice big flower on it. $2. Classic bow on an alligator clip. $2. Let's see, what else can I like that for $2? Here's a set of 3 clips. I'll let this one go for $2. They're claw clips, it says. Here's some ponytail holders, super stretchy, lots of colors. And you get 2 of these heart-shaped things. All right, here's a set of 2 scrunchies, but these scrunchies have the tails, so it looks almost like a ribbon. $2. All right, here's some other headbands to hold your hair back. This one has a flower. This one's just plain. Even great for when you're washing your face or holding your hair back while you're doing cleaning or yard work. This one is by Rue. It's specifically for 0 to 9 years. Oh my, this one was $5.99 at TJ Maxx, I tell you. So that one's specifically for a child. This one is all ponytail holders. You've got blush, you've got mauve, and you've got some magenta ones in here. Put that one right there. Okay, here's some little clips on a little cat. I'll put those over here. Here's some metallic type clips. Great for holding your hair back. Oh, Patty says those heart clips open so you can store the hair ties on it. Okay, that's a great idea. Love that. Y'all are the best ever to help keep me apprised on what everything is for. I love that. All right, here's a box of 3 of these. Look how cute the packaging is. It's new with tags. These are called hair coils. Okay, I'll put that right here. Hopefully we got enough choices. Oh, I'll put this one out too. I think this is probably for a baby yeah, it is, because it's Little Me brand. So, super cute. See if I can squeeze it over here. Oh, maybe not. Can I squeeze it? Let me see if I can rearrange so that everybody fits. Well, not quite. Put you over here. Oh, and here is a set of 2 headbands. Oh, these have some really pretty ombre colors. Packaging's trying hard here, but hopefully y'all can see. The ones in pinks and yellows and ones in pinks and purples. So let me see if I can add that back here. Nope. Oh. Well, I was saying it was trying to come off. Let's stick them back in. Oh, and these do say kids headbands. So these are for kids. All right, let's see if I can put them down here. All right, so let me back up a little bit because there's so many choices. All right. All right, we finally sold. Oh, and Kitty says so many adorable things for that little lady in your life. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. Okay, let's see what Patty picks. Hey, everybody, congratulate Patty on her purchase. I know some of these may be hard to describe, so y'all give me a little grace if I happen to get any of these confused. Most of these are one and done, but there's a couple I have multiples of. And I think these would be so cute for um, Christmas stockings or Easter baskets, or just in getting up dressed up pretty for church or school. Okay, she says claw clips. I have two sets. Oh, you know what I just noticed? I thought the sets were identical. I noticed they're a little different. So let me see which one you prefer. I thought they were the same, but looking closer, I now see they're a little bit different. So let me know right or left or both. Okay, both claws. We got it. Blue stretchy headband. Okay, I believe that's this one. Okay, and hair ties with the heart. Okay, I have two of those available. And I now see the colors are slightly different. This one has more blue and this one has more green. So let me know right, left, or both. Right, left, or both. The coloring is a little bit different. Right. Okay. So I'll put these back so they can be chosen by somebody else. And then lastly, the bell clips. Okay. Anything else, Patty? Now she didn't put done, so therefore, if she wants to continue picking, she sees other things that she wants. We try to see if I can show some of this other stuff that was hard to see. Okay, let's see if there's anything else or if she's done. If she's done, we'll go to the next person. We'll open it up to anybody in the chat. Okay, let's see if we can get anything else for Patty. And when she's done, y'all let me know if anybody else would like to pick next. Okay, she's going to try this super cute package of the coils. I've also seen little girls wear these around their wrist like a bracelet. And then when they want to hold their hair back, they just take it off of their wrist and put it in their hair. Okay, anybody else? Still have some lovely choices available. Oh, Kitty says that's what hers do. Okay, last call on these. I'm about to scrape them to the side. We'll go on to something totally different. I probably bored Mr. Craig with all this hair stuff. Sorry, Mr. Craig. But he knows I'm kind of a girly girl channel. All right, let me move these aside. Okay, next let's look at some craftsy stuff. Craftsy. All right, $2 for choice. Bring my camera on down here so y'all get a good look. Okay, I've got these metallic pieces. I think these would be great for scrapbooking or junk journaling if you make cards. They're all perfectly cut out and they are metallic. So you've got some reds, some oranges, some goldens. Then I also have those in these little acorn shapes. How cute are these? Once again, shaped. The top is even textured and they are metallic. And last but not least, I have these in leaves. And once again, they're not just plain, they're not smooth. Hopefully you can see the veining. Draw your eye in. So not just flat, they've got veining in it. So you could even do one of those, I'm trying to think what you call it, where you put the thin piece of tracing paper over it and then you use the side of graphite to kind of trace over it and, rub off the texture to it. So these are the three choices: leaves, acorns, and the pumpkins. I probably explained those too well. So I've only got one of the leaf, and I have two of the pumpkin and two of the acorn. In fact, I'm just going to dox myself. So two, two, and just one. Oh, Patty's in for two. Thank you, Patty. Paper etching. That's what I was trying to explain. Yes, yes, yes. I knew somebody would know what I was talking about. I just didn't know the name, but I've seen people on like YouTube do that. There are these people who do crafting, and it's the most boring thing in my opinion. But when I see a live, I'll just click on it to meet new people, and they will slowly but surely be drawing something or painting something, cutting something, gluing something. And it takes forever. And they go even slower because they're talking and they're reading the chat. But I'm sure to people who like crafts, it's probably scintillating. Oh, Kitty wants the whole tree. Well, I'm sorry. I only have leaves, acorns, and pumpkins. I'll work on that, Kitty, and I'll get back to you, okay? That was getting a whole tree. I'd want the money tree. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But it'd be nice to have a tree that actually bore some food, though. But with my luck, either it would be too high for me to pick, or it would be falling down and giving me a concussion. Oh, down here, about the only thing we can grow is sugar cane or Creole tomatoes, but mostly sugar cane. Okay, we are sold to Patty. Let's see which one or one she wants. So once again, I have one of the leaves, two of the acorns, and two pumpkins. One leaf, one acorn, and done. Okay, here's the leaf. Here's an acorn. Okay, anybody for pumpkins or acorns? And Kitty says, you must go on Chatty Cathy's. I don't think I know her, unless you mean CQ Kathy. If not, look her up so that you can learn more about crafts. I'll hold your hand. Well, if you'll hold my hand, all you have to do is send me the link and what time it is in Central Time. And I will go with you. And I will take you up on that opportunity to hold my hand. Anytime y'all want to take me someplace and hold my hand, then just so long as somebody knows me in the chat and can make sure I don't come off as too stupid. It's a date, Kitty. We're going to Kathy's. Okay, anybody else? Is she on during the day, the afternoon, or night, or late night? And does she sell stuff or make stuff? I feel like there's so many Kathys. It's hard to keep up with who's who. All right, we'll pass on these and they'll be available on the replay. Okay, similar but different. I also have these pieces. There are 30 in here, and they are like acrylic jewels. Let me see if I can kind of fan them out so that you can see them better. They are literally jewel shaped. You see how they're literally jewel shaped? So they would be gorgeous, you know, in a bowl or in a craft thing. To me, it looks like some real house life of fill in the blank town, city, river would hold in their hand. Oh. But if y'all have something to do with these, you're going to get 30 pieces for only $2. And you'll see they come in a deep burgundy, an orange, and a green color. And if you think if 30 is not enough for whatever project you want to do, well, I've got 2 packages of 30. Because apparently my mommy didn't think that 1 package was enough for whatever she was going to do. And Patty said the crafting channels are lovely, peaceful, and open to teaching. They answer all my questions as I take up a new craft. Well, I just suppose you have to tune in to one that interests you. You have to remember when you're not interested in crafts and you're just being there to be social, therefore, you know, just like if somebody came in here and they weren't really interested in auctions, and they weren't really interested in products, they just wanted to talk about like sports or coins or you know, something else, Broadway or music, you know, we would try to be social, but at a certain point, we'd be like, hey, it's about the auction. So I always feel like knowing that I don't like crafts, the crafts just aren't a point of interest. That any craft channel is going to say, hey, if you want to talk about the weather or the Bible or fashion or the news or, you know, this is not the channel for that. You got to watch me make some boring, ugly stuff that I think is just as good as any designer. Because that's the thing is crafts is all about your point of view. So while one person might think it's so fancy, another person might think it's really pedestrian. One person's going to say, oh, it's fabulously primitive. Another person's going to say, it's kind of falling apart. You know, it's all about your perspective. So, I noticed even with my mother that I'd say, oh, isn't this fabulous? And she's like, baby, that's a little gaudy. I don't want to hurt your feelings. And she'd show me something and I'd be like, you know, that's a bit simple. And she's like, no, it's not simple, it's dainty. So even in things not about crafts, just about fashion or jewelry or whatever, you know, there's so much subjective just about your own point of view. Oh, they talk about everything. Okay, well, you know, I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. So, y'all want to take me? I will be a good sport because y'all are a good sport to sit through me boringly blabbing for hour after hour 3 times a week. So I can always repay that favor. All right. So, any interest on these 30 packs for only $2 of these gems? Oh, that's what I was going to tell y'all that, and this is not an advertisement for any other channel, but lately YouTube on my homepage keeps showing me some of these videos where people are like extracting real gems from, you know, those mines that you can, you know, like pay $10, $20 and go dig up your own mines. I love watching those videos of people dig up the actual gemstones and they're covered in dirt and mud and clay. And they're like, washing them off in water and trying to see what they got and trying to see what color it is. I love those. It's like modern day treasure hunting. Now that is fascinating for me to watch. In fact, I sent Colleen one of those people who was showing off some of her gems the other day. I didn't send her one of the ones covered in mud because I thought, I don't know if she'll like that. But I sent her one of the finish videos where they're just like dishing them up with a spoon. Okay, I just keep talking. I'm sorry. That's what happens at the end of the auction, where I keep talking so I'm not thinking about how badly I need to go to the bathroom. Okay, next, I want to show you something that's going to make cleaning easier. I have a pair of these, and I love these. These are chenille, and you put them on over your shoes. Now, they're going to fit everybody, or you can put them on over socks, over feet, whatever you want to put them over. And then if you don't want to be pushing a mop or broom, all you got to do is shuffle, dance, move your feet to and fro. You know, maybe you're waiting on the bacon to cook. Maybe you're waiting on the coffee to percolate. And you pop these on and you do a little touch up cleaning. After all, there's some little nooks and crannies that's hard to get down into. And I don't think anybody wants to be down on their hands and knees like Cinderella scrubbing. So why not just put these on for only $3 starting bid, and then you could just use your little tootsies. Because your tootsies can always reach under the cabinet or under that little ledge, under the fridge, under the sink, under the cabinets, any of those little places that you need to get in and it's hard to sometimes reach. And at the top of the hour, we're going to have another $1 round and be pens. Oh, and spoiler alert, the last few times I've shown unicorns, I sold out. So a couple of the pens are going to be unicorns. So just in case anybody's on the fence, do I stay up for a few more minutes or do I go ahead and go to bed? Stay up, go to bed. I'm always willing to give y'all the spoilers. But I got these pens in and I was so excited. I'm like, they're going to love these. They're going to love these. Okay, but anybody for a set of these cute little shoe covers, and you can absolutely wash these in the washing machine. They are chenille. They are meant to be washed. And if you don't want to use two at once, use one. Use it. When it finally gets dirty, throw it in the wash and then use the other for a while. You don't necessarily have to use both of these at the same time. I have to confess, I only use one at a time so that I don't have to wash both at the same time. Because washing is toilsome and expensive when you have to go to a laundromat. And this way it lasts longer. Because I usually do just a little bit while I'm waiting on the microwave. I may not, do the fancy, coffee like y'all do, but I'll do a microwave. And also, I like my George Foreman indoor grill. I also use that for me too. All right, let's move these aside. All right, $2 starting bid. Anybody else have dry skin from the scorching sun? I have some nice big 8-ounce lotions. In seasonal flavors. So the first one is a harvest pumpkin. Second one is a harvest apple. And then for those of you who like sweet, who like dessert, I've got caramel pumpkin. So pumpkin harvest is very natural. Caramel pumpkin is very sweet. So these are your 3 options. And they're all the big 8-ounce size. trying to get it better in the frame and the camera falls back. Okay, any interest in the lotions? Okay, last call on these then. All right, $3 starting bid. I've got this huge professional kabuki style brush, which of course the package doesn't want to stand up. See if I can lean it back here. Okay, come on, y'all. All right, let's do it this way. It's a big brush. So if you need a big brush to apply powder all over your face, or maybe you're a person that puts on lots of bronzer, especially in the winter, so that you don't get that pasty color that my skin naturally is. Or maybe it's even just trying to buff out some of that sunless tanner. Lots of different reasons you can use one of these big professional kabuki brushes. $3 starting bid. I'm also going to put this eye makeup remover as an option as well. I have an Avon Musk Marine. It's an aftershave for men. Also, I have an EOS hand lotion. That'll be $3 for choice. I have some emery boards. These are super nail shaping, perfect finish. Next, I've got a Kiss powder. It's a long wearing color and shine. So it's a power for nails, and it's kind of glittery. Okay, lots of options for $3. I see Patty in for 3. Thank you, thank you. Anybody want to go to 310? Now, I want to let y'all know I have two of the big kabuki brushes. Everything else is a one and done. We're going once, going twice. Fair warning. And sold. Everybody congratulate Patty. And as we wait to see which one or ones Patty wants, y'all click the thumbs up, pretty please. Oh, wait, Nancy, were you bidding? I think Nancy may have just come in at the last minute, or maybe she was lagging. Let me check with Nancy because we always have Grace here. So if we need to keep the bidding going, we can. Were you bidding it up a whole dollar? Melissa and Rainbow, y'all help me check. I'm not sure if Nancy came in at the last minute bidding on this or she was lagging bidding on something before. Nancy, tell us what you were bidding on, and then if we need to continue the bidding, we will. Because we always wait till everybody goes out. We'll always give people a chance to bid it up if they want to. We always want to show grace. Okay, if you think you were after the sold, usually I go ahead and just keep the bin going, and I would have gone back to Patty to see if she wanted um, to bid 410. If I wasn't sure if you were bidding on this, because I hadn't seen you for a few hours, so I thought, well, you might have gone to another auction or nodded off. I understand these things happen, so I'm never mad. And Patty says, it's okay, Nancy. So we just want to find out if you were bidding on this. And if so, I will check with Nancy to see if she wants to go up to 410. But usually people go from 3 to 310. But if you meant to jump it up an entire dollar, I just want to make sure because sometimes there are typos. But if you want to stick to the hard and fast sold, we can. But Nancy's being super nice and saying that it's okay, and I can honor your bid for 4. Okay, well, since you said you were bidding on this, I'm going to accept your $4 bid, and then I'm going to ask Nancy if she wants to bid 410 or she wants to be out. So it's never over until anybody is out. So if she wants to bid it up to 410, she can. Otherwise, if Nancy wants it so bad that she jumped it up a whole dollar, then um, the choice now becomes Patty's. So Patty, 410 or out? Okay, she's going to be out to Nancy. Thank you for being so nice and so understanding about this, Miss Patty. I just treasure you for understanding that, sweetheart. All right, so we're going to Nancy. We're still looking for 410. Anybody that wants to bid 410 can. Anybody that wants to change their mind and come back in, we're going to count it down again from scratch. So we're going to be going once, And then we're going to be going twice. We're getting super close to the top of the hour, in which case we're going to have some super cute writing pens. Fair warning. Okay, so we are sold to Nancy, and it looks like Nancy is going to take the lacrosse emery board, and you get a lot in this. Look how many you get. Okay, thank you, Nancy. Anything else? Are you done? And then we'll go to Patty. And I think Patty might have already said what she wanted. Maybe one of my mods can copy and paste that for me. Otherwise, I can try to scroll up and look for it. I appreciate y'all all being so nice and showing so much grace and Southern charm to each other. Okay, Nancy's done. So now we're going to fill Patty's order. I think she chose the EOS, if I recall, as one of her choices. And she's also going to get the kiss. Okay, great choices. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see if she's still picking or she's done. And when she's done, we're going to open this to the chat and see if there's anybody else that's interested. So we've got the big tube of Avon, the eye makeup remover, since eye makeup just stays on and on and on. Nothing worse than thinking you've taken all your makeup off and you go to bed in the morning, you wake up and you realize while you were sleeping that some of that mascara and eyeliner didn't all come off and you just look like you have black eyes when you wake up just because of the makeup while you were sleeping and your pillowcase. Oh my, oh my. So I've learned that you also want to use eye makeup remover in addition to regular makeup remover. Okay, last call on this before we go to some cutie pie pins. Okay, last call on these then. Okay, so this is going to be the Belle's Bargain Bonanza. And y'all know in this round, everything starts at just $1 for choice. So let me show you what cute pens I have today. Okay, let me start with some of these unicorn pens. I'm not sure if these are like the ones I had before or maybe even slightly better. Raccoons on your pillow. Kitty must have had what's happened to me happen to her. Look how cute these are. Look at those darling eyelashes. So cute. And I also have this one. And here's a pink one. Well, let me put the pink next to the purple so that way y'all can tell the difference. Okay, now if y'all think those are too girly, I did also get some Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Oh, so he's ready to help us save the day with a difficult math problem, with difficult homework, a superhero when a kid needs one. I've got a black paw. And he says, "Oh, Belle, sometimes you make it difficult." I'm sorry. Sorry, sorry. Okay, next. Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop. Okay, let me not start singing. All right. There's the cute little lollipop one. I also have the lollipop in a pink. Wonder if I have too much light. Is it better with less light? Okay. Next, I got this one. Look how funny this one is. I only have one of these. It was sent to me as a prototype, I guess, to see if I wanted to buy these. And it kind of reminds me of those little signs that businesses have where it just moves back and forth. I also got one of these. It's a fidget pen, and you know how these work. You just kind of push it back and forth. So here's this. Oop, now come on. So these once again are one and dones. Here's another fidget type pen. Here's a panda. Is there room for the panda? Let me move these down. Okay, y'all hang out down here. All right, here's a sweet little panda. Here's a little TV. Here's a little cloud with a crown. Your little tag is in my way. Okay, and I think I'm basically full. Whoa, my grandies love Spider-Man. Do you know they have a girl pink Spider-Man? Spider-Girl. She is so cute. No, I didn't know that. And Kitty says, when our middle daughter was in high school, we called those wiggly guys her boyfriend. Oh. Oh, and Patty asked Kitty, is she into the Spider Verse? I did not know there was a Spider Verse. I'm learning so much from y'all. Okay, we've got Patty in for one. Anybody else interested? Why am I not surprised that there is a spider universe called Spider-Verse? Does that mean there could be a Belle-verse? Then it just sounds like it's verses of bells. I guess it doesn't translate for everybody's channel. Is there a Patty verse and a Kitty verse and a Melissa verse? Fair warning. And y'all remember to specify which ones you want, what quantity, and let us know when you're done. I don't think I should have turned off the light. I think it was hard for y'all to see. And remember, some of these I only have one of. He says, I don't know what that is, Patty, but I will look it up. But my granddaughters love trucks and Transformers. In fact, she is having a Transformers birthday party. What did they transform into? Like from girl into princess? Or from like mild-mannered news reporter into a superhero? Kitty, are you really sure you mean all of the unicorns? Kitty, I have this many unicorns. Are you sure you mean all of them? I mean, I can actually count them out, but I'm thinking this is probably more than you want. So let's see if Kitty wants to readjust now that she realizes with Christmas coming, I bought these in bulk. She was probably not expecting to see a cute little bucket of that many. All right, so let me check about the quantities before we start counting out, because I know Rainbow's going to say now exactly how many of those do you have? Do you want? But I am so glad y'all are loving these new pens that I've got. This time of year, I try to order enough for the holiday. Okay, 20 unicorns. So, do you have a color preference? Or did you mean 20 in yellow, 20 in pink, and 20 in lavender? I don't think I have as many in pink as I do in lavender and yellow. Oh, Kitty, it's a movie where all the Spider-Mans from different dimensions and universes come together. Now, I have seen a Spider-Man that was like an all black, kind of had a Black Panther look, but it was a Spider-Man. I have seen that one. Okay, 20. All right, let me count these out and okay. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so I got 20 right here for kids. All right, we'll grab a little bag. And then we'll go on to the next thing. So Melissa, you might have to remind me what was next on her list and the quantity. Okay, so we have 20 of these rainbow. Okay. Wait, did we save the comment where she listed everything that she wanted? And did she put all of the quantities of everything? Let me scroll back up. Melissa Rainbow, if y'all can help me, please. Okay, let me put it on the screen. Okay, how many Spider-Mans did you want? Did you want 20 of the Spider-Man as well? Do you want 20 of each? Melissa and Rainbow, y'all help me out. Up to 20. Okay, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Okay, so there's 20 of Spider-Man. Let me add that to her bag. Okay, let's see what was next. The paw. Okay, let me see how many I have of the paw. All right, here's 2, 4, 5, here, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oops, that one's missing a pin cap. Let me swap that out. And 20. There's 20 at the paw. All right, let's see what was last. The Wiggly Man. Ooh. And the crown. Okay, the crown. And how many TVs? Oh, she already said 20 of each. I don't think I have 20 of the TVs. Let me see. Okay, 2, 4, sorry, I'm turning them accidentally towards the back. 2, 4, 5 and this one's 6. So I only have 6 of the TVs. Oh, oops. Nope, nope, nope. She had a difference in thought. Okay, so not 6 of the TVs. Let me put this one back. And I'll put these 3 back. And we'll just get these 2. Okay, there we go. Anything else while it's still your turn? And while we're only at $1. I only have 1 wiggly man and I only have 1 crown. So 1 wiggly man and 1 crown. Would you like to add anything else or are you done? No pressure to add anything else, but if you want to, it is absolutely still your turn. Okay, Patty is done. Oh, thank you, Patty. I appreciate such a big sale. Thank you, thank you. All right, anybody else? Some of the quantities are limited, but some I still have a few left. A couple we sold out of. I thought everybody was going to be choosing the fancy fidget ones. It's always so funny. I can never guess what's going to sell. Okay, any other interest? I love that story about Kitty letting them choose a pen as their reward for learning new vocabulary words. That's just such a great story. You got to repeat that every time I show pens. I love that story. Or you'll have to give me permission to tell it for you if you're ever not here and I'm showing pens. But I always hope you're here. You always make the chat better and more fun. Okay, Rainbow is going to take 1 Spider-Man. Okay, here we go. Anybody else? Okay, last call on these then. Well, is there anything else y'all are looking to see tonight? If it is, y'all name it and let me know. And Kitty says, yes, please, go ahead and tell the story. I love to tell the story. Okay, but I hope you're always here when I want to tell it. Connie, hello, hello. So great to see you. We were just about to end the auction. I was just calling to see if there's anything else anybody wants to see. Oh, Ashley's in. Purple ×1 and yellow unicorn. Okay, let me get a purple and a yellow. Okay, look how cute these are. Oh, well, I'm so happy for you. Good for you, Connie. All right, anybody else? All right, if there's anything else y'all want to see, now is the time to tell me. Otherwise, I want to remind y'all that tomorrow at 2 p.m. is going to be my snack sale. I hope to see all of y'all tomorrow at 2 p.m. My co-host is going to be Melissa McIntosh, and Rainbow Cookies Sprinkles is going to be running the chat. I want to thank Rainbow for making the list and checking it twice tonight. I want to thank Melissa for running the chat. I want to thank Patty for joining our membership, but I want to thank all of the members, of course, the bidders and the buyers, but also those who showed up in the chat, who chatted, who socialized, who clicked at the thumbs up. Hopefully, we finally got up to 30 thumbs tonight, but even if we didn't, such a fun night. Oh, you thought those were the cutest unicorns? I did too. I've had some other ones that were like just the unicorn faces, but I loved that these unicorns especially had the horn, had the wings, had the tail, had the colorful mane, had the eyelashes, even had some little rosettes on the side, on both sides. I looked at so many pens trying to pick out just the perfect, not perfect, just the most elaborate ones. And these were the most elaborate unicorns that I could find. Since they had been popular, I really tried to put in some time in getting them right. So I'm so glad y'all like them. Well, if there's no further requests, then we're going to call it a night so that we can get all of this stuff swapped out for delicious snacks and some trays. I'm going to have some cooking magazines tomorrow, some cookie cutters, some paper plates and napkins, and of course, some trick or treat $1 bags again. So I will see you tomorrow. Thank you again, Melissa and Rainbow. I appreciate y'all ever so much. I say, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life. Roll in your heart. Roll in your soul. Roll on.